This weekend, I'm exploring yet another artist which I have not listened to before. This time it's Lou Reed, and today's song is Walk on the Wild Side from 1972. Louis Allen Reed was an American musician and songwriter. He was the guitarist, singer, and principal songwriter for the rock band The Velvet Underground, and had a solo career that spanned 5 decades. Reed was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Velvet Underground in 1996, and as a solo act in 2015. Walk on the Wild Side was produced by David Bowie and Mick Ronson. Okay, well, I just spent a weekend with Bowie's music not too long ago, and that name Ronson came up there as well, so starting to connect some more dots. Known as a counterculture anthem, the song received heavy radio play and became Reed's biggest hit and signature song. Let's see how it sounds. Really digging into the bass. This is interesting. Listen to the drums and the strummed guitar, and how they're both fitting into the same. They're both filling the role of texture. The drums are enhancing the guitar.
Holly came from Miami, FLA. Hitchhiked away across USA. Plucked her eyebrows on the way, shaved her legs, and then he was a she. She says, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said, hey honey, take a walk on the wild side. Candy came from out on the island. In the back room, she was everybody's darling. But she never lost her head. Even when she was giving head, she says, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. And the colored girls go do 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 do.
Okay, definitely walking on the wild side here in more ways than one. However, the music is serving more of a background role. And what really stands out to me so far is the wonderful interplay between the guitar and the percussion. That is so nice what they're doing there. And the way the drums, the percussion is actually enhancing the guitar. I mean the strummed guitar, those guitar chords. The other thing is that bass line, doo-doo, 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 which is really becoming the identifying musical motif of the piece. I'm not sure if we'd quite call it a riff, because it's really just a bass line, but it's so front and center. And as the next verse was going along, it was the thing that was then modifying, becoming a variant of itself. A little bit of rhythmic stuff happening there. So it's almost as if the bass is taking on a larger than life persona here, and becoming something that is really musically in the spotlight. And yet, because it's way down in the bass, and we don't find our ears naturally gravitating to melodic material that low, we tend to hear the highest pitch more easily. So even though it's becoming such an important part of the music, at the same time, it's not dominating it to the point that we lose track of everything else. And so we get to still enjoy this wonderful texture and atmosphere that is happening with the guitar and drums. And the way this do starts off in the distance and gradually feels like it comes closer and closer and closer and closer and closer until it's right in my face. Well, I suppose I can thank Bowie for that, right? Because he was the producer, but really nice sense of motion and positioning between myself and the music that I'm hearing.
Said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. And the colored girls go do 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 do.
When he's singing this, it almost makes me think of it's coming closer, 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 and suddenly it's right here in front of me.
Little Joe never once gave it away.
Oh, some strings.
Everybody had to pay and pay. A hustle here and a hustle there. New York City is the place where they said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. I said, hey Joe, take a walk on the wild side. Sugar Plum Fairy came and hit the streets, looking for soul food and a place to eat. Went to the Apollo, you should have seen him go, go, go. They said, hey sugar, take a walk on the wild side. I said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Alright. Ha.
Long
Jackie is just speeding away. Thought she was James Dean for a day.
This violin melody that's carrying on and on and on and on. It's beautiful. What is it doing to the music? Because it's bringing in a whole different atmosphere, a whole different set of imagery. To me, it feels a bit perhaps bittersweet, nostalgic, like a bit like a movie scene, perhaps, where we're seeing something happen which is perhaps sweet and charming, but there's some sort of painful element to it, some element of sadness, something that tugs at us deep inside a little bit. And at the same time, there's a magical quality. Well, as it said, it even said Sugar Plum Fairy. This sort of winter scene, snowflakes falling, Christmas season, something magical about what is being evoked in this violin line. And then it just sits up there and stays on that note. It is also, because the notes are so long and sustained and the violin phrases don't really break at the same point as the lyrical phrases. It's a way of linking things together over a longer period of time. Because what's being sung or narrated, little Joe never once gave it away. Everybody had to pay and pay, a hustle here and a hustle there. New York City is the place where they said, hey, babe, take a walk on the wild side. You don't have a lot of melody there. You don't have a lot of sustain. You don't have a lot of legato. It's much more speech style, narration. And so the violin then gives us this counterweight of something incredibly melodic, incredibly legato, and very much pitch-oriented, even completely absent from lyrics at all because it's an instrument, it's a violin. And it creates this, a similar contrast to what's happening between the bass and the percussion guitar, where the bass is the big focal point, and yet because it's so low, this texture that we hear in the guitar and drums balances that, and they end up balancing each other. So also here, when this violin enters, it suddenly balances the voice, and the voice becomes less important because suddenly the violins are, I wouldn't say competing, but moving the voice to more of a partner position rather than just the voice in the center.
Barry came and hit the streets, looking for soul food and a place to eat.
You see, when the violin comes in, suddenly we're not so focused
Should have seen
on the
him
voice.
go, go, go. They said, hey, sugar, take a walk on the wild side. I said, hey, babe, take a walk on the wild side. All right. Huh.
I like the way he, speaking of the voice, I like the way he manages, even just in this speaking style, he manages to convey moods and emotions and subtleties with the way he shapes and weights and projects each word and phrase.
Take a walk on the wild side. I said, hey, babe, take a walk on the wild side.
This wild side. He puts a bit more, a little more heaviness there, and it works. But above that is this violin.
Jackie is just speeding away. Thought she was James Dean for a day. Then I guess she had to crash. Valium would have helped that patch. I said, hey, babe, take a walk on the wild side. I said, hey, honey, take a walk on the wild
Again,
side.
Here. The way he changes his
patch. I said, hey, babe,
it becomes
take
a different
a walk
voice.
on the wild side. I said, hey, honey, take a walk on the wild side. And the colored girls say, do 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 do.
You get to enjoy the bass and the drums and the rhythm here, and the voices come closer. They're right in my ears now. Oh! It's the violin shiver there. It's an incredibly effective, incredibly well done piece of music. And one of those pieces of music that really, although we might not think of it as being all about rhythm, it is all about rhythm. there are melodic elements. There are a few harmonic elements. But if I were to break down what and divide up the different musical material of this piece, it's so much weighted toward the rhythm and the texture that rhythm provides. Think about the lyrics. The lyrics are not sung, they're spoken. And they're spoken in a very free form, and yet it's all about the rhythm of those words. Same with the saxophone as it comes in at the end. Okay, nice notes and stuff. Tone is great, but it's about the rhythm and how the rhythm interacts with the other rhythms of the bass, of the guitar, of the drums, and this doot, 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 doot. That's all about rhythm too. Although there is a bit of harmony there, finally, something, in the vocal ensemble. The one thing that is very, very strongly oriented towards melody and therefore also harmony is that violin. Those strings. And because they're so focused and anchored and built with that material, it's the ideal element to bring in so that the rest of this doesn't feel too much like we're just walking down the street. There is something that turns it into a portrait or a movie scene or a storybook scene or something from a memory or something that takes it beyond just ordinarily walking down the street and hearing the traffic pass and all the noise of the city, although this piece doesn't really try to evoke that. Yet we hear that, and it's because there's so much rhythm, percentage-wise, compared to pitch and harmony. And so all of that wonderfully well-balanced and well-recorded, produced sonic material, musical material, is what allows us to simply enjoy the experience of hearing this start to finish. And it held my attention. It kept me engaged, even though it wasn't my customary harmonic, melodic progression, musical progression. That is the mark of a really well-designed piece of music. So, my first time hearing something by Lou Reed, this time Walk on the Wild Side, and tomorrow I will hear something else. I'll see you then.